Word, son. So we get started then?
Yeah, we is.
All right. I did all the right buttons. Welcome, everybody,
You almost look like a producer right there.
Welcome, everybody, to episode number 187 of Kasson Ave.
187!
Not a podcast. That's the new name. It's Kasson Avenue, not a podcast. I'm going to add that to the channel.
Not a podcast?
Yeah, maybe we can fool the algorithm a little bit.
I don't think that's even possible.
Anyway, I'm your host, Adam, here with my brother Osama and the dog. We're glad to be here. I'm not going to make any homicide joke because Osama doesn't get them, clearly.
No, I
last
understand.
week,
You ever seen
last week, he really just kind of dropped the ball on it.
I bet
and
you
was
never
like,
even seen the movie 187.
I have seen the movie 187.
Who's in it?
I don't know. I don't remember.
You lying motherfucker.
There's a lot of movies that I've seen that I don't know the characters' names. I'm not that invested.
But do you remember? Do you remember who was in the movie? Not their names in the movie. I don't remember that.
Both.
All right, well, anyway.
Yeah, welcome to the show, everybody. Welcome to any new subscribers. It looks like there was a couple of them from the last episode, so we always appreciate you there. Hit that subscribe button if you didn't yet. Tell your peoples. And then,
Yeah, and if you're gonna sub, do me a favor. Do us a favor. Throw us a comment.
Yeah, go like, why's that?
Yeah, I mean, I prefer it to be more of a constructive comment, like, oh, I came here because of this, not an outdated joke from the movie Scream.
But at least do that. You know what I mean?
Was it Scream or that Scary Movie?
Scary movie.
Scary movie that was but Scary
they were
movie
making
is the spoof
fun of.
of
Right.
yeah.
Well, they did like 6 of them. So
Though Scream in itself was kind of funny, I won't lie.
There was one that spoofed. I still know what you did last summer.
I still know what you did. Remember that shit with Jennifer Love Hewitt's fine ass?
Yep. Yeah, she was in her prime then.
Yeah, she was. Do you remember back when it was like her prime time? It was like people were debating her or Drew Barrymore. I remember that. I don't know why that was the discussion, but I remember that being.
I feel like Sarah Michelle Gellar was part of the conversation back then.
She had some tig old bitties, dog.
And Buffy the Vampire Slayer
Them
days.
Buffies, remember? But yeah, Sarah Michelle Gellar was pretty bad too. But after she made that movie with Freddie Prinze Jr., Cruel Intentions, I was like, oh, that's all incestual and shit. Like, I was like, I think that's when I put her like she was indefinite. She was like she was top 3, weird... not 1 or 2. But like,
did they help spark like this like brand of like porn that everybody watches? This step siblings and shit.
No, I think that this came a little bit later. I mean, honestly, like if you really look at it, like
wait, that category came later or the movie came later? Because I feel like the movie was before.
The category came later.
Yeah.
Because internet porn really wasn't a thing.
It was, but just, well, I don't know what year movie.
Yo, we've lived through some crazy times. There was times where there was no internet porn, and we've lived through the times where there's just unlimited internet porn. I don't know. So, okay, you know
what's it like being old? It must be weird, huh? You've seen a lot of shit go down.
Now, you know why? Here's how I know I'm getting old. I'm gonna give you some, right? You ever been? I know because if I happen to be watching a pornography video, right?
As men do.
And let's say like, I'm like, man, like he's really giving it to her, man, right? But I'll also kind of like, it's a pretty strong table. I wonder where they got that from.
Your home shopping network, your porn?
I mean, like, what'd be really nice is if, like, on Amazon stories where they put the Amazon link to said product, like, if you could just like while you're watching it, interactively click that link, like, I'm gonna buy that while I'm watching this lady get.
Well, how often have you hit see all in the description?
See all in
a porn description. Maybe they have a link in the bottom.
I was fairly certain I had already seen all while I was watching the video.
Yeah, well, you'll do that with anything that you watch. There's a description in case you're not sure what you're getting yourself into.
Yeah, but to be fair, not many people really do a good description. I'd be like, oh, what's about this video about? And it'd be like, link to, and it's just a whole bunch of products. Like, you guys are lazy fucks.
Well, see, you just said you wanted that, though. Link to a bunch of products in your video.
But in the video, like, you know how like it pings and then like you could just click that little
buy
link.
one now.
Like like a ping, like a little link will pop up right next to like her left titty, right? And like you can only click it when the titty goes back because it's like.
Leave a comment in the section, just let them know, hey man, where'd you get that table from?
I think it would be a really good opportunity for these porn companies to partner with Amazon and really get the quality furniture out to the masses. You know, because you really got to be the guy. Okay, so think about the person who puts together a porn set, right? You've got to source really good. I would imagine that they're going to Amish.
That's a part of the set I didn't even think about.
I'd imagine they're going to Amish furniture makers for this. Matter of fact, they probably have more in like Amish people probably like really fuck with the porn industry because the porn industry probably really supports their furniture. I mean, from what I understand, it's strong, sturdy stuff, man.
Yeah. Looks like you could suplex somebody on it, you know?
Or
not even an issue.
Or
the Dudley Boys wouldn't need one of them tables.
You could suplex or
Yeah.
Yeah. But either way, like I'd be like, man, that table's gotta be really like that bed frame. You know what? The headboard hasn't even moved the whole time, right? Like I'm like, yo, my headboard sucks, dude. How do I get that headboard? You gotta go to Amish people. You gotta get the pornography Amish discount. You gotta get into that world, man.
You think like if you go to like a little Amish small town that you might potentially pop into like a store that says porn furniture by the Amish, you know? Because every time the Amish have a store, they write that it's by the Amish on the store.
They sign it Amish. You know how in Mercedes, some of the AMG engines are built or were built by one technician. So at the end, they'd put a badge on it and it said built by, and they'll put an autograph, right? But are you saying that they put a built by Amish? They're just one. They're collective.
I think
they don't
the
have,
biggest word.
They're
on
not
the sign.
individuals.
Like even if it was like Furniture Emporium was the name of the store, Amish would be the biggest word, and then small underneath would just say.
No, I don't think the Amish are that flashy. I think they all wear the same
but
clothes.
They're
man.
proud.
They have like.
They're
Here's
proud
how
group.
I assume the Amish get rock, right? Like you know, Cintas, the uniform. The uniform laundry place, right, where companies give all of their dirty laundry to and they clean it and they bring it back, right? I don't think people get the same shit they gave. Like, they just get the same size pants,
Yeah,
right?
definitely.
I don't think that they're just going to tag and now they're just delivering to all these fucking
Yeah,
workers.
but what's the significance of that?
What Amish people do is they also have a collective basket that they drop their white button-ups and black trousers and suspenders in, and those come back clean, and everybody just wear. That's what I'm saying. They're not flashy folk.
No, they're not, but they are prideful. You know, like we do everything by hand.
Their clothes are
keep all
clean
the
and
shit.
starched. They don't give a shit that they wore. The last guy wore it was a nasty fuck.
I mean, I think there's like still families and like, you know, they've like washed them in their tub in the back or whatever. Like,
Well, you're ruining what my joke is.
it was a bad joke.
Do you think there's
So
one?
you're going
Do you think there's
like
a?
this is too common
Do you think there's a
knowledge of Amish.
laundry where they all bring their clothes to and they do the laundry there?
No.
Like a laundry mat?
Well, maybe.
But it's just people like they put coins in and it's somebody rubbing against like the old school
Maybe
wash.
they put 25 cents in, and then the water drops out into like a bucket that they're gonna use,
And they just
then
gotta
they
scrub.
and then they have to go to the little vending machine and then get little like.
Okay. We also know that this is not the case. It's just funny to joke about.
No, it might be the case. I don't know.
Like yesterday, it was a funny joke, but unfortunately we couldn't go further because people take things to
It's true. It happens.
yeah, and that's just stuff we can't divulge. I don't even know why I brought it up. But it is funny when like there's a joke and somebody ruins it because they can't they just be too serious.
It's true. Let the jokes go. You know.
Yeah, man. Let jokes ride. If I can't laugh, what's the point? What is the point?
The world's just gone soft. We used to only make jokes, like exclusively. Nobody talked about anything serious.
You know,
we
it's
just
true,
made jokes.
man. People became real sensitive. Like, there's a lot of bitches out here, man. And I don't mean in the good way. I'm talking about, like, literally just motherfucking people who are...
Like what a biggity bitch. Those type of bitches.
That's the best way to put it. Like, literally... I don't know how people became so sensitive, especially when they grew up in a time where there was... you didn't have to be.
That's what I don't understand.
And I don't
want to
hear
people.
people...
Kids is that they were raised by our generation, who grew up in that. So why are these kids a bunch of bitches? That I don't understand.
I think our antics skipped a few generations because I've been seeing some videos of some really stupid kids doing some real R
Yeah,
stuff.
but it hasn't been a few generations. You know? It hasn't even been a few generations.
A generation then. Skipped a generation.
We still don't have kids. There are people who are in our like demographic that we know they don't have kids. So like it's still the generation that we are basically raising that is a bunch of bitches.
I don't know, dude.
I don't know,
Honestly,
man.
I don't like the whole I like the idea that it seems like people are fighting the cancel culture idea,
Oh yeah.
and like, it doesn't necessarily, it holds a lot of weight, right? Because for some fucking odd reason, it has a larger, like, deeper voice in a lot of areas. But people are really being able to cancel this shit, like cancel culture, and to some extent.
Cancel culture isn't as prevalent unless it has something to do with LGBTQ, whatever other letters are involved. Usually, when that's what's involved, that's when cancel culture comes out.
Yeah,
there's not really many other places that it exists as heavily. You know?
Is it? I mean, at some point, don't you just stop adding letters?
I don't know.
I think at some point it should just be all inclusive. You don't got to keep naming things.
Yeah,
And,
isn't
like,
it a little?
So do you remember our argument like some episodes back, probably a couple months ago, where we were like, well, it doesn't have H, hetero. Like, if we're all going to be all inclusive, it should be all inclusive.
Yeah, it makes it discriminatory a little bit to some degree.
Right.
Yeah.
Just a little bit. Like, it discriminates against us.
Yeah. Yeah.
Straight guys.
Yeah. That's hilarious. No, yeah, because you can't just leave us out. You know, we're people too. That's all I'm saying.
Straight guys. All right.
Yeah, man. So there's other important things to talk about.
No,
like,
there's not.
well, I just want to talk about it because I enjoy it.
Okay, go ahead.
But it's 50 years of hip hop now.
Oh, 100%. Let's clap it up.
Applause to that.
Clap it up.
And a
little,
chime.
little harmonious charm for you. Chime.
Yeah.
Chime. Yeah, there you go.
That's what's up, hip hop.
Happy birthday, hip hop.
Happy
Hip hop
birthday, indeed.
started out in the park. It literally did. It was like they talked about
We
it
used
today.
to do it to avoid the knocks.
Yep. But that is something that's pretty cool. 50 years of hip hop.
50 years.
And
It seems like it's extraordinarily young when you say it that way, actually. You know? Like our
I mean,
parents
in
were around
regards
before hip hop
to-
was a thing.
in regards to like a lot of musical genres, I believe hip hop is fairly young.
It is, for sure.
Also, I mean, there are also
Minus all the subgenres.
there's offshoots afterwards, but that come from hip hop itself.
yeah.
I seen something the other day that I forget who was talking about it, but they were like, hip hop isn't something that's classically trained. You don't find it in schools how to rap, but like you find there's other classically trained musical genres that you can find.
Well, you're starting to find some hip hop classes, but they're usually like in like I think it's really just hip hop history too. I don't think it's like
did you
teaching how to-
you seen Lupe is
Lupe has one.
he's teaching, I don't know, at MIT or Harvard.
I think it was Harvard.
You know,
Harvard.
they got a class on Nas's Illmatic in Harvard. Like, there's hip hop has
Is Harvard progressive? Or are they just like
progressive what?
like in their like general culture? Like are they a progressive institution, or are they like?
Are you asking if
Are
Harvard's
they pandering? No, like are they pandering? Yeah?
So I don't know. I mean, I think at some point,
What about Upchuck Kamaloo?
what he's Eskimo.
I brought him in. Yes, but it's breaking the bank, keeping his igloo frozen.
I would say at some point, probably
There.
what happens is that the people that are in power within some of these committees and groups that are making the larger decisions for the university, I think you start getting people in that are of the culture, right? Like,
But is that the case there? I don't know
of the
about
culture, and I mean just like who appreciate hip hop in a specific manner. They don't necessarily. I'm not
They view it more as
I'm
art
not- I don't
form.
mean- I don't mean rappers, but I just mean somebody who. This is somebody that grew up listening to it and understands that it has a significant part of musical history and it needs to be taught. So maybe there's some pandering going on. Sometimes pandering is okay, I think, because it may be
Until it's obvious that it's pandering,
It may
you
be
know?
mutually.
At least hide your
It
pandering.
may be mutually beneficial, is what I'm saying. So, like, if they're pandering in a way, right, where they're like, oh, well, this may draw whatever to our university and help us in that way, that's fine. But them allowing a class to be taught, and especially by people like Lupe and I think other rappers have actually taught at or lectured at universities. If that happens, now you're able to bring light and history to
Yes, we know what it does.
crowd of folks that may not have learned it before.
We know what it does for sure, but like Harvard didn't just come around, and obviously rap has been around now 50 years. Why?
Why
It
now?
just- it just-
Well, I
it
mean,
just
I
seems-
think Nas. There's been hip hop taught about. There's been hip hop historical classes taught in I think universities for some time now.
But there was a lot more like revolutionary hip hop artists 80s, 90s than there are today. You know what I mean? Like there were people who you can literally
Times have changed. Hip hop has become more accepted and maybe the biggest genre in the world right now.
so they did it because it's beneficial because there's now a large percentage of the population.
I told you if they're pandering, sometimes it's mutually beneficial.
A pander is a pander, man.
So you're saying
I'm saying if it's not like of your
so you're gonna look at it as pandering for no matter what you do.
if it's not of
No
your
matter what
like
they do-
actual like interest or criteria or curriculum, like you're adding it only because now you open your demographic.
Maybe-
it's like when you like say some shit
do you
on
think it just
YouTube
popped
so that
up
you
out
can
of
get
nowhere?
more views and shit.
Do you
Like,
think it's popped up out of nowhere? Do you think there was a chance that maybe they put together? I'm assuming just like a lot of schools, maybe they have what types of classes would you like to see taught here type of thing, right? And Harvard being an intellectual school filled with a whole bunch of what's the word I'm looking for? What's the word when you get a job? Oh, in a place because I have a place there.
like my parents. I'm a legacy.
Yeah.
essentially.
What's that?
Nepotism.
Nepotism. That's that's what it is.
Sounds like some
It's a whole-
ailment on your body. Like
There are a whole
I got
bunch-
nepotism.
It's
in
a
my
whole
toe.
bunch of it's a whole bunch of spoiled nepotized kids. Okay, I know that's probably not a word, but I think it should be based on how I use it.
you know?
Right, something like that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, maybe they are also, this was a suggested class by the student body. I don't know. Maybe Nas proposed it. Maybe Nas knows somebody in Harvard, or somebody got into power at Harvard, into a powerful position enough that they're able to influence some sort of. Well, hey, I got an idea for a class. I happen to know Nas, right? I actually met him here, and we were discussing his first album. I think it will be a great opportunity to provide some sort of opening into a hip hop curriculum here.
Like a music theory class.
Yeah, music theory, but like hip hop. So I don't know.
I guess I'll say this.
So
It's a better direction than like the way that Florida schools move. So I'll take that over like the picking.
I think that's just like another extreme.
It is, but I mean,
a
still.
lot of things are better than the way Florida operates.
Well, like they've been extraordinarily changing their curriculum to.
Yeah, I
not,
know.
I mean, the way
I know,
that's what
I
I'm
know.
talking about. So I'd rather it go that way.
Well, they're doing the opposite of pandering. Well, they are pandering to the
whites.
to the whites,
Yeah.
straight guys.
We're not gonna title it that. It's
No,
not gonna.
That's fine. You don't have to, but it would be really hilarious if you did. It'd be really cool if you did.
Well, moving a half a century into hip hop, what are your heavily music influences today? Like, is there people who you're like really like today in comparison to yesteryear? Are you listening? Is there people that you always listen to from back in the day type of shit?
I just try to I enjoy new music. It's fun to explore new music and find people who are really talented.
Agreed.
And that's kind of the best part about nowadays is that you're able to, you really can just explore with streaming. I understand that there's some negatives, not even some, a lot of negatives that come with it.
True.
For a musical fan though, right? I understand. Oh, you're
So,
not
like,
a true
the fan is on and then the music
some
comes out of
people
it?
some people talk about that would actually not be a bad idea. Some people argue that, oh, well, music comes out and you don't really purchase it. Can you really call yourself a musical fan? Yes, I fucking can.
I purchased a lot of music in my day.
Shut the fuck up. No.
To be fair, I purchased a lot of music in my day, so like I understand it's an ongoing thing,
Yes.
but I'm not doing that.
And I
because
still like to. I still enjoy.
I'll still get CDs.
I'll still buy
Target
it.
has a CD now.
I like to do the Nas. I'll try to get Nas's stuff, and truly albums that would be something you'd want to hold on to. Before every Tuesday I'm going to cop something, and like I lived through that era. But the best thing about streaming is that you can end up randomly listening to like different artists when you go to an artist's radio.
It's true.
And then find people that you're like, oh shit, this guy's dope. And like they get found, right? They get another fan, and I get to listen to good music.
That's my go-to when
I'm
I
not
go to the
gonna
car.
buy
I tell
everybody's-
Siri to put on, like if I have a song I want to listen to, I'll tell Siri to put it on, and then it'll just shuffle up a bunch of like similar songs.
Yeah, made for you
whatever.
essentially type shit.
Yeah.
And I think that's something that's
But
really,
I will
really-
say, the reason why I'm not quite as open-minded in my music today is because I've been disappointed by that a lot.
Well,
There's a lot of people who just really are not good artists.
yeah, and that's fine, but you can skip through them and find people that you do like. And then when you find them, you can explore more in them. You don't have to like listen to the people you don't want. Oh, I like this guy's song right here. Let me see if he has other songs that I may also enjoy. And that allows you to find people that you wouldn't necessarily find.
Nah, I feel you.
So that to me means that's why I kind of like try to go the route of maybe somewhere in the middle, because I do like to listen to old music, and you'll still catch me just reciting old shit just randomly throughout my day. But I also I enjoy music enough to want to find more. You know, the issue I have is that I often forget music like. Especially now, music that comes out now, it doesn't live long.
Yeah.
It doesn't live long.
Well, that's why I'm telling you. Just why normally if I go to like the explore new music section in Apple Music, and then I go to all the rap hip hop shit, I add it, boom, 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 find shit that like I actually want to listen to, or artists that I'm interested in listening to, and then I'll put them on shuffle, and that's really like where I'll come to whatever new music I decide I liked. But really, it's like all the older shit. Because the problem for me, and I think like the tide is starting to kind of go back to this a little bit, I've noticed. But like the lyrical miracle fucking boom bap shit is not the majority of what's out. And that's the shit that I don't like the heavily engineered shit. You know what I mean?
And that's why, again, the random works, because sometimes you will come across an artist you would never heard before, but he can rap, and you enjoy it.
It's true.
You may not have found. You may
Shuffle
not have,
is the number one
You
I do.
may not have found him otherwise.
Especially
but-
because more or less when I get in the car, I don't have something I want to listen to.
Yeah,
Shuffle
it's,
is the
that's what I was getting at. I be for really having issue figuring out what I want to pick sometimes. So like playlists are clutch, and that's kind of a long-winded answer of where I'm at. I like to listen to all the old shit. It's like what I came up on and what I listen to and what runs through my head daily. But I also like to find new artists. Much like we're
tap into today.
we've been doing this a long time, but for somebody who doesn't know us, which is most, generally speaking, all of you,
known by some, not by
once in
many.
a while, you guys, somebody may come across us and be like, "Man, I like the way these guys are. I like the way they joke, whatever, what have you that we do."
And if you don't, you know what you can do.
Without getting violent, yes. But no, I think just like I would like somebody to give us a chance,
Yeah.
I like to give new artists a chance as well. And sometimes it's not warranted. Sometimes we're
Respect,
just not
man.
Sometimes we're just
Respect.
not a good good mesh of personality. But sometimes people like our humor, and that's why I think we get
No,
what
word.
we
I
get.
agree 100% when it comes to us.
But I just bring it up as an example. What are you pointing at?
just the people
Oh, I was like, what?
pointing at them.
When you do that, usually it's because the camera went to green.
Word. I can see how that could be confusing.
It was a little bit. Was a little.
Well, all you have to do is look, and then you can see it's still red. It's not like only in my view.
Yeah, well, just like when Cardi B threw her mic, I will throw this microphone at you, and then
Well, I have the microphone, and you don't.
Much like Cardi B's, it will be worth $100,000. I saw that her.
Now, would it be worth $100,000 because you threw it or because it hit me?
I don't care.
That's important.
It doesn't matter
It really does.
because either way,
there's gonna be a fight
Either
after you
way,
throw the microphone
I'm gonna
at
be
me.
throwing. Either way, I'm gonna always be throwing the microphone when I throw it at somebody. And if it's you, well, then we'll just keep going and throwing a microphone at your face for $100,000 a pop.
No.
But anyway, yeah, somebody
I don't
bought
agree
that
with
microphone allegedly for $100,000. That's crazy.
I mean,
That microphone's
Hey.
probably got a dent in it from somebody's face.
well, I thought the mic hit the wrong person. Is what I
That's funny.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Well, you should have been standing there.
Yeah, it was in the wrong
hit that
place,
guy.
wrong time. Wrong place, wrong time.
You gonna buy Jeezy's new book?
So is it a book? So did you see that Drake put out a book and it's just basically like one sentence on one
I heard about
page?
it, but I didn't see it. Jeezy's book is actually a book.
Is it like is the forward
It's like there's like a spine, and then there's two covers, one
know
in the
what
front,
the
one in the
fuck a
back.
book is.
It's got some pages in the middle, you know.
I know what the fuck a book is. No, I probably won't buy Jeezy's book. And not because I don't want to read it, but because I generally just don't think that I'm
Don't
gonna
like to read.
I don't think I got the time to read Jeezy's book. I just don't.
I mean, everybody takes a shit. You got time when you go and hit the toilet, you know? You start flipping through them shits.
There was
You
a
gotta
time
love
when I would
like-
read.
I don't even know what that is.
What is that? There was a time when there was a time when I would read books on the toilet. Now the phone's here, so I just like watch videos. What's your go-to when you sit on the toilet? When you what are you doing?
I mean, I play games on my phone. You know what I mean?
You just jump on a game.
Usually, yeah. Or like, I'll be like just looking through the YouTube shorts.
Just really just shorten it up while taking a shit.
Sometimes, yeah.
How long do you like? What's too long on a toilet for you?
It does. I don't have a
Do you
time.
judge it based on your legs?
Yes. As soon as my leg starts feeling like, oh, I'm losing a little tingle here, I'm gonna get up.
Today that happened to me. My right leg.
That's the worst shit.
I was like walking. I was like, why is it so fucking tight? Like I was like, dude, I don't think I was taking a shit that long.
You know what the problem is like if you're on the toilet for 10 minutes and you're leaning and your knees on your elbows
Yeah,
on your
it's
knees,
dead in the middle of like it's like just cutting off circulation.
Right
and
there,
there's
right where it
no
bends.
there's no warning that it's happening. You don't know you're doing it. It's like you don't feel it until you wake. You try to get up and you fall back into
like
the
how
toilet.
long have I been sitting here?
You just fall ass backwards back in the toilet. Like, oh man, I can't get up.
Yeah, you don't want that.
You know that feeling
Luckily,
where
it's
you
usually
can't.
just one leg, but I don't like.
You know the feeling where you feel like you can't like walk. Like you're like, oh, it's like the feeling's coming back, but it's not really there yet. You don't have the weight of
like you still feel like pins and needles when you walk.
You can't support weight. Like you feel like you're just gonna fall over. It's fucked
Yeah,
up,
you don't
son.
ever need to like go take a shit and then have that as a result.
Nah, man.
It's not good.
I want a really dope bathroom. I remember in Home Improvement when he had the man's bathroom. Remember that?
He did a whole segment like the man's.
Man's kitchen and all that, but the man's bathroom was always dope. I was like,
That's
man,
why they hated Tim Allen.
Who?
He was canceled for a minute too.
when? Do you know he went to jail for 2 years
For what?
for like drug smuggling or some
Oh
shit?
shit, he was a thug.
Yeah, but it was like, but he
So
was in
was
his
he like-
20s.
Was he like
I think we went through this, but I'm gonna look it up so you can.
probably? That's weird. But all right,
But
Tim
that
Allen, I see you.
that man's bathroom used to be the shit. I remember that. I was like, man, I gotta get me one of those.
Yeah. Yeah, man. There's like, it just goes back down to the fundamental differences between men and women. They're just certain things that we enjoy that are different from what you enjoy. But for peace, we go your way, you know? And also because our way probably would cost a lot more money.
Tim Allen, born Timothy Allen Dick. I don't
Is his
understand.
last name really Dick?
How did so we all at some point chose our last names. It wasn't like, oh well, I'm Dick. No, you chose to be Dick. So you chose Dick to be your last name.
And when Dick is your last name, it's not like when like Longhand is Richard. It's like Dick is just a name now.
Yeah, your name's not Timothy Allen Richard. Okay, so he is a comedian and actor best known for such roles as Tim the Toolman Taylor on Home Improvement, Buzz Lightyear in Toy Story franchise,
Yep.
and Santa Claus in the Santa Claus movies.
And in the series now.
While Allen's more recent years reflect the beloved side of him, before the fame, Allen was part of a Midwest drugs trafficking scheme.
All right.
In October 1978, Tim Allen, 25 at the time, was arrested by an undercover cop at the Kalamazoo Battle Creek International Airport.
I can't take a place like Kalamazoo seriously because
Yeah,
of
it's
the name.
like Bangkok.
It's like
and
Oshkosh.
Titicaca. Allen and partner were caught with over 650 grams of cocaine and subsequently arrested on the scene.
Damn.
Tim Allen pled guilty to the drug trafficking charges. He faced up to a life sentence.
Well, wait a second. I learned from Ghostface that a kilo is 1,000 grams.
A kilo is 1,000 grams.
So he had a half a
Yeah,
kilo.
a lot. They were doing some stuff.
He
I
had
think.
half a key.
So Tim Allen pled guilty to the drug trafficking charges. He faced up to a life sentence in prison. But
Damn, they were giving.
provided the names of all the other dealers in the scheme
Oh, damn, he snitched.
in exchange for a reduced sentence of 3 to 7 years in prison. In total, he spent 2 years and 4 months in Sandstone, Minnesota prison. He was paroled in 1981. On May 24th, we will get back to the fact he snitched. On May 24th, 1997, he was arrested in Bloomfield Hills, Michigan for drunk driving. In 1998, okay, now we're just snitching on him now. Okay, so
reading his rap sheet now.
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so Tim Allen snitched on people.
Damn.
But was it worth it? And I'm going to argue it was.
What's dude's
because
name?
the people that he snitched on, let's be honest,
What's
they
the-
weren't doing much.
What's dude's name who just that was involved in the Young Thug thing? He just put out an album. Yeah.
Gunna?
Gunna. Yeah, he pulled the Gunna.
Yeah, but the thing is, Gunna's keep going around telling about everybody he ain't a snitch. And I don't know I'm not involved in street shit, so I don't know. This I feel more comfortable talking about.
I think this
so
is kind of
I don't.
fine. Yes.
yeah, I'm just saying.
Wow, man.
So let's just deep dive this a little bit. Are you? Because I'm for certain gonna say that I think that it was worth it on our part or on his part. Why? Because we got Tim the Toolman Taylor.
Listen.
We got Buzz Lightyear.
What you have to understand is,
Dude, we got all these iconic characters.
Every time snitching,
all the prison got was a whole bunch of dope dealers.
every time snitching is a probability, right? Like you could,
happens.
I could snitch here, insert snitch
You
at this
snitching?
point. It's always gonna be beneficial.
snitching?
It really depends on like we can get into that in a minute. But anytime snitching is a possibility,
if
and
you're
then
Tim right there,
of course it's going to
if you're
it's beneficial. Of course it's beneficial for him. Anytime you are in a position to be a snitch, it's probably beneficial for
if
you.
you're Tim Dick, are you snitching
His name is Tim Dick. That's hilarious.
in this situation?
Not if I. Well, no, I don't know. I don't think I could.
And
Singing.
yeah, listen. I don't know. Maybe Tim knew he was gonna be big, right?
Why
Like,
is snitching and singing synonymous? By the way, make that make sense.
like a fat lady? No, that's once the fat lady sings.
Yeah,
And
that just means it's over. You know,
you sing like a
like a canary.
canary sing.
I think so.
Oh well, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. But that's pretty funny to find out that Tim snitched. I knew he
That's
was in
crazy.
jail. I thought he just got a light sentence because he was white. But no, he snitched on everybody.
Interesting. I didn't know he. I didn't
Do you
know
think?
his
Do you
past.
think? Do you think that that's come to a head since then? Like he's had to meet those guys because he wasn't in.
I don't know, but
he
if-
definitely wasn't in witness protection.
If he was on the line,
he was
for
as far away from witness protection as you
if
could
he was on
possibly-
the line for a life sentence, they might have also been. On
You
the
think
line.
they're in life? But do you don't think
Do you
that
think that he went back, felt bad, and used his money to then get him a team, like an investigative team, to help get them freed?
I think they still kill him if he did that.
I don't know, man.
This is street
Put
shit,
yourself in
man.
that position.
Whose position?
Let's say you were in jail because a dude snitched, right? And then he was like, he went on to be a success and made millions, and then he got you out of jail and then hooked you up.
With what?
Some money.
How much money? All of his?
$5 million.
How much money does he have?
Probably a lot more than that.
How much? No, I want to know.
You can't know. He
Tell
can
me
just
how
make,
mu-
he
how
can
much
just
mon-
make him a lie. I have $25 million. I'm giving you $5.
I want 18.
All right, well, it looks like he gonna have you killed because he got the money. I mean, you ain't been doing shit, but just been in jail for the last 20 years. So.
Yeah, but I got nothing to lose but go back to where I was before he got me out anyway.
Well, why would you want to do that? He got you out and gave you $5 million.
Because I got to kill him.
I wanted to be mad at you, man. Every day I was in there, I was just plotting your death.
But you're a cool guy, man.
Man, I can't even-
Gotta be honest. I like hanging out with you. No, that's not happening.
So you're gonna kill somebody if they snitch on you, unless they give you
How
$18
much
million.
okay, so firstly, here's what I'm thinking.
Mm-hmm.
You're saying that these guys may be in jail for life.
Let's say it took 7 years
Of my life?
from the time that you started the sentence till the time that dude got rich, got on, and got you out.
How much money do I want?
7 years of your time. has been
$14
served.
million.
It would have been 25 to life.
14 million.
I think if I was in the position of like getting you out of jail, I would have somebody like on retainer to go and murder you if necessary.
I would have already
As
had
well
you
as
killed.
trying to get you out.
That's what I'm saying. in all the movies, these guys may not be they have people that are around them that love them. They're coming for that ass, man. Pause.
I don't know about that, man.
Or something like
I
that.
don't think it's...
You don't think so?
No.
They keep breaking El Chapo out of jail. You telling me that they're not like what
Yes,
the
and George Zimmerman hasn't even dealt with one single repercussion. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, they gave Tory Lanez 10 years.
Yeah,
Holy shit.
10 fucking years.
Yo, they gave him 10 years and
And he shot her in the foot.
also, did he? Okay,
That's true because that hands on her knees shaking ass on her thought shit would not be as easy if she had a bullet in her
listen, all I know is
foot. To you, over to you.
dude, you got to stop doing that.
If I'm pointing, I'm gonna let you also know. Oh, the camera.
Okay,
stopped.
listen, I'm not going to say I don't know what happened that night, but it seems like nobody does, including the people that were there. That's one thing, right? Because nobody could say what happened. They were all just like, "Durr." So there's that. Bunch of just R's on the stand. And anyway, so then if he did shoot her, I heard that they didn't know. They was like, did they find fragments? They didn't find fragments. I heard they found glass. Right. Also, it takes a lot. You're not screaming. I'd say that. You get shot in
and
the
a
foot.
gunshot is pretty loud. I
Yeah.
doubt he had a potato on the muzzle. Like,
Where did he get the potato from? Right? Did they just
Kylie, did you give him the potato?
she's like, take care of this, right? So she
like behind her back.
So Kylie gave him a potato, and at first he didn't know what he needed to do with it. So he was in the back of the SUV while the girls were there. What do I do with potato and gun on Google?
He's like, is there a peeler? On
he was like,
is this like multi-purpose?
he was like, well, just like this, and then they were looking at him like, you know, what's the potato for, dude? And he was like, listen, I don't know yet either. I got to figure this out. And then,
like, I think I'm supposed to just like bite. Am I supposed to bite it?
I know this joke
Do I
is
eat this
terrible,
now?
but also like you got to think about. I don't know. It's
a lot of years.
It's a lot of years for something that didn't even get proven. Like of all the shit that happened in that courtroom, nothing pointed a finger to how or what or if she got shot.
He just fucked up with his calls.
Like, listen,
If he didn't do that, he would have had 3 years, maybe 2 years.
it was his defense that was fucked up. He definitely didn't need to be out there making songs.
Yeah, like whatever phone calls that they got him where he's like talking about whatever shit, like that's what fucked him. Because otherwise the judge was like pretty understanding of
I don't know,
a lot of
man.
the shit.
I don't.
But he had to like also take
He
that into
needs
account.
Johnny Depp's lawyer, who I also heard that is now dating him after representing him. That's why she defended him so passionately. She was in love.
Johnny Depp is
And he's the greatest man alive.
He's really
I
enjoying
love him. I mean, she loved him, and he's so hot. That's what she was saying. I didn't say that. That's what she was saying.
well
to
then
the judge.
pause that.
Pause a lot. Pause.
Pause.
You know what movie?
Pause for a long time.
You know what movie I hate? You know what movie I hate? Cry Baby. It's a stupid, stupid movie.
Yeah. It's Tyrese.
No, that's Baby Boy. You idiot.
Look at that baby in it.
You fucking
So
dummy.
who's in Crybaby?
You thought Cry Baby was Baby Boy?
I didn't think it was Baby Boy. I thought it was Tyrese.
Who was
Tyrese
I
been in
know
other
movie?
movies.
Yeah,
He's
but
been in other movies.
listen.
He's been in other movies.
You can't disguise it. You thought Baby Boy
I can disguise
was
it.
Cry Baby.
I can fake it till I
Cry
make it. That's
Baby
what I
was
do
made
here.
with a whole bunch of white people in some high school in the 50s, in the 90s. Right? It was made in the 90s. Baby Boy is about fucking Tyrese Gibson, fucking his issues with being born apparently, but
it's kind of similar.
It came with
like,
Melvin fucking his mom like they're in the jungle. He had to watch that shit. That's crazy, man.
Yeah, no, that's true.
These are two different movies and two different blocks for sure.
Well,
Crybabies with Johnny Depp and a whole bunch of other people, but it's about a high school. It's like it's really weird. Like
there's a lot of '90s movies that were based around high school.
I want to hear how they describe it because honestly, it was stupid. Max loves the movie and I laugh at it all the time about it.
Hey man, you know some people just have things from their childhood they hold dear. You know,
Crybaby, made in 1990.
pretty old ass movie at this point. 30 plus years.
Here's what IMDb, who rates it a 6.5 out of 10, mind you, which is I think is kind of high. A prim and proper schoolgirl goes against her mother's wishes when she dates a motorcycle riding
Fuck does prim and proper
juvenile delinquent.
What is prim and proper?
Don't know.
Like, is there an actual definition for that, or people just say like, oh, because you're put together, or I don't know what it means. Anyway, do we care that The Weeknd is announcing that he's done with tours?
Forever?
Oh no more features unless Daft Punk reunites.
They broke up.
Evidently.
What the fuck is Daft Punk?
I don't know.
Punk.
But they're a group that he. Oh, these guys with the masks on their head.
Dude, who cares? You wouldn't even know. Just put two other guys with a mask on. Aren't they just DJs? Or do they make music?
I don't know, man. I think they.
Listen, dude.
I don't think they say words.
Pick a better cause. Like, why wouldn't you be like, I'm not featuring on anybody's album until they fix world hunger? And no, you Daft Punk.
I think he just made so much money.
I hate it here so much sometimes.
I think The Weeknd just made so much money from his last tour that he was like, I'm not doing anything I don't want to do anymore.
He also said that he's going to stop going by The Weeknd. Did he lie? Is he going by
he was supposed to go back by his regular name, but
what's his name? Abel?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know. Well, in other hip hop news, Lil Wayne and Nas were both inducted to Billboard Hip Hop Hall of Fame.
Nice.
So I think that's a good round of applause.
What a good year for Nas to be inducted in that. Yeah. Lil Wayne too, but more so Nas for me.
Yeah, man. Shout out hip hop.
Speaking of Hall of Fame, they just, a different Hall of Fame, but the NBA inducted their Hall of Fame inductees. Mm-hmm. That was poorly constructed.
Very poorly.
But I believe it was who again? Dirk? No. Was it Dirk?
I don't know, man.
Yeah, you got to look it up for me. I mean, D. Wade, Powell, Gasol.
NBA Hall of Fame 2023. Sorry, man. My internet's only so fast.
It's just dead space right now.
Yeah, I feel you. I'm sorry.
You're the worst.
I'm trying to.
Everything I looked up today was like, bam, bam.
They just what you want me to do, man? You know. Dirk, Gasol. They did WNBA Becky Hammon, Tony Parker, and Dwayne Wade and Popovich.
There you go. That's who I was wanting. I wasn't caring. I didn't really want to hear about the WNBA part.
Well, there was just one, you know.
Yeah.
And if she's Hall of Fame worthy, then we gotta respect it. She's a hooper. Go ahead, man. You know?
Isn't she a coach?
I don't think so.
Is there any? Well, never mind. I'm not gonna even ask that question because that is not.
Greg Popovich was the only coach that was listed.
Oh, all right. Well, anyway.
Well, shout out to Poppy. He's a great coach too.
Yep.
Word, man. I also wanted to take a second and say rest in peace to the Johnny Hardwick. He voiced Dale.
Oh,
on, King
man.
of the Hill.
I heard about that. So King of the Hill is done, right?
Yeah, they stopped.
Okay.
Well, actually, that's the fucked up thing about this story too. As I was reading it, they were slated for like a reboot, and he was supposed to be involved in it and all that shit. So I don't know if it's still happening or not.
Who the hell can do Dale Dribble?
Dale Gribble?
Is it Gribble or Dribble?
I don't know. It's with a G. So
it's Gribble?
It's Gribble.
Okay, well.
I mean, I guess sometimes the G can also have that hard sound, like pause, but like it could be a J. So it could be dribble with.
Would you stop?
But yeah, man. Rest in peace to him. That was obviously an iconic character in a lot of ways. So, you know, the '90s kids, man. It's just like we're the ones who actually would give a fuck about that, probably.
Yeah.
What do you think about that whole like the trend of basically bringing back a lot of these old shows like Beavis and Butthead?
They did it with Futurama. I think they got to stop because a lot of the times the voices aren't there anymore. The times are changed because what was acceptable or funny or considered clever and witty back then is changed from then to now. Like I don't even know how Beavis and Butthead, not Beavis and the Butthead, are faring right now, but I don't think it's as
I think it's
popular
doing fine, honestly.
Because that whole videos and video killed the radio star. Do you really music back then was just something else.
Yeah.
It was different.
Music is a different place today.
Yeah, it was a lot more simple.
It's a lot better back then. little worse today.
Well, we've listened to, like, when we detailed, we would listen to that oldies shit, and man, were they talking about fucking a lot.
It's true, and drugs.
Yeah, and like
They like cocaine and prostitutes.
Like, no lie, really borderline shit.
Yeah,
Like, whoa, they are weird.
telling you, man, cocaine and hookers.
Some cocaine. I was at a block party yesterday, and it was good, man. It reminded me of like an old school Chicago bar, like block party. Vivi's sister had like a big hand in putting it together.
Okay.
She was smart. She did it so that they can kind of couple it with their twin daughters' birthdays, and that this way, I mean, you don't have to have
Two birds with one stone.
Don't have to have. I mean, you don't even have one bird really. I mean, they didn't. I don't think they wanted the block party as much as to just do a good party without having to have people in the house and maybe even in the backyard. I mean,
Well, yeah.
you think about it, that, like, I mean, it saves a lot of.
That's why I don't like to have people here, because I don't want to clean. Hosting is a real hassle.
Yeah, hosting can be an issue. I tend to eat a lot when I'm at the grill.
Yeah.
Yesterday, Jonathan was definitely not eating a lot. Like, I don't know, when I'm at the grill, man, I'll be like, if I'm grilling like skirt steak, I'll be like, ooh, that piece is a little charred and by itself, putting that up by myself for later. And like, I'll be grilling, I'll be like, and I just be eating like incrementally as I do my thing.
Because when you are the host and the chef at the grill, right, or the grill master, you don't really get the same time to just like go and sit down.
No,
and
you
eat
can't.
And shit.
You got to eat.
Pops when he does it
You got to
different.
eat in
you know?
real time.
Yeah.
You got to eat in real time.
Yeah.
And I also feel like it's almost a necessity to have a beer while I'm grilling. I don't know why. It's
true.
I probably could use that other hand for other
It's
things.
just the vibe, you know? Like
It's a vibe.
A grill and a beer go together.
It's a vibe.
Yeah.
They do go together really
It's a
well.
vibe, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like housework and beer, you have to have a beer when you're doing housework.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't want to be
Aside from like cleaning.
I don't want to be
clean early,
sober enough to know that I'm doing this.
Well, that's quite a bit of consumption, I think, if you're so inebriated that you're not aware of what you're doing.
Well, yeah, you don't want to necessarily
Don't
do
use
that.
saws or anything when you do that.
Don't
you know?
use saws.
You got to be careful when you're going to pull out the heavy machinery.
Yeah, I mean, you got to be careful with that.
Yep. Word, man. Well, to wrap up the hip hop thing, again, happy birthday, hip hop. 50 years, 30 years. Mad people who like are back behind me on the shelf have been in the game and they still out there doing it. Some of them getting
people
inducted.
on your shelf. What is this? The
Well,
Indian in the cupboard.
Not actual people, but that's a good movie.
It's inexplicably, like, as you got older, like, you didn't understand the premise. Like,
It's true, but
why is this miniature little Native American man
under
in your
lock and
cupboard?
key in a freaking cabinet?
And you could never call it Indian in the cupboard nowadays.
It's true.
There would have to be Native American man sitting in my wall, my cabinets.
And the door is not locked. He can get out anytime
Yeah,
he
like,
wants.
but why is he so small? I don't understand.
I don't know, but it was one of my favorite movies back in the day.
You racist motherfucker, you.
What? I don't think it had anything to
You
do with
enjoyed
race.
him being in that cabinet, didn't you?
No, but that was like the most minuscule detail.
No, it wasn't. It's in the title. It's 100% a very big detail of the
It
movie.
doesn't say mini Indian man in a shelf.
It says Indian in the cupboard.
I'm aware of that.
That is shorthand for what you just said right
Yeah, but
now.
the movie does not have those kind of racist undertones.
I'm sure. I bet you watch it right now. You'd be like, "Wow, I definitely shouldn't say I like this movie." Bet you $100.
I'm not gonna just say that I don't like it. I'd have to watch it today and determine that. What I did watch yesterday was White Man Can't Jump,
My favorite, dude. They just So I just
the original, by the way.
I would never watch the remake. I just stumbled upon Wesley Snipes' Instagram page just randomly. I didn't even know he had one, which is weird.
Oh, look, it's Wesley Snipes' Instagram page.
And a while back, they celebrated the 30th anniversary of White Men Can't Jump,
Yep.
which is probably my favorite movie of all time, and definitely the best basketball movie of all time. I had a debate with some friends. Some said Love and Basketball. I said it was a little too much love, not enough basketball in that movie, if you ask me.
I think like the Six Man get some love in that.
Well, what do you determine to be a good, like, okay,
Love and basketball is too much of a love.
it's way too
centric
much
story.
love going on in there, man.
Yeah.
Like, listen, you should definitely have been like more focused on this basketball dream of yours. Like, I mean, it was really important.
Yeah.
And then at the end, he's not. And she's in the WNBA getting paid $47,000 a year. Like, dude, this is what the problem is. Like, you would have been able to provide better if you would have played. I know you injured yourself, but I blame it on her. You weren't focusing enough on what you had to do.
It's true.
Hence, it should have just been called basketball and basketball.
Coach Carter was also up there.
Coach Carter will go up there, yes. But like, in regards to the amount of basketball played, the trash talk, the overall feel of the movie was like
Basketball has to be at least one of maybe two of max central themes of the story.
Unless the title is "We Don't Play Basketball," most of the damn movie should take place playing basketball.
Yes.
That's it.
Yeah. Air Bud was mostly about basketball.
That little motherfucking dog was decent, man.
Yeah, he was nice with it, man. That little shot was smooth.
Basketball
little nose off the
basketball movies should have revolved purely around basketball. Look at Billy Ho. Billy Hoyle. Billy Ho.
What do you mean? Look at him. Look at him.
So look what happened. If it wasn't called Love and it wasn't called
Jeopardy in basketball.
Yeah, he
Rosie Perez in basketball.
He loved basketball so much, and the fact that he can and gambling, which
Yeah.
All right, listen, I'm not a big fan of gambling, but hey, what are you gonna do?
He definitely made some
He
poor
knew that he
decisions
loved. He
financially.
played it. He loved the game so much that she told him not to go, and he was like, "Well, I gotta still go." And not only what
I
happened,
promised you and I promised
and
him.
then and what that did was, what did he do? They won. Spoiler alert! But also at the same time, a good example of what happens when you pay attention to the sport and not the love aspect of what's going on, right?
Yeah, but then he was like, "Now I got to go get a job."
I often tell Vivi, yeah, I mean, but they also play basketball on the side. I mean, I often tell Vivi if I was 6'5", she may not have met me at the time she met me because I'd be over in Europe playing as much basketball as fucking possible on some like third world countries like dime. Like that's probably what I would be doing. I'd get back here and we'd meet at like 40.
I think sometimes, man, you go to Europe or China or wherever you go, they pay you more than like an NBA contract is worth.
And they like you.
Yeah.
Did you see Liz Cambridge getting stolen? Did you see that?
No. I was busy watching what's that? The Boston bash that they had having. It was Massachusetts, right?
What?
Like the fight at the pier.
Oh man, we definitely got to talk about that.
How much time do we have here?
We got a little bit of time. I'm going to show you this Liz Cambridge thing real quick, and then we'll go and we'll talk about that fight because that was a reckoning right there. That was a reckoning.
That shit was epic.
Oh, we also have to talk about one other thing. But hold on. Oh, here it is. So real quick, so you can see it. So she's playing apparently kind of dirty in this league, and it doesn't seem like many people like her in general. She left the NBA to go play in this league, and it just seems like nobody really fucks with her. So she's playing dirty. You can see it, right? Slapping away, doing some fucked up shit. Now watch what happens right here, right? It's like I said, almost like, here you go, bitch. Watch me now. And bam! Damn, she stole off that girl. And look at, none of her teammates got up. Nobody did anything. And basically, that's that. So, yeah, so she got...
Insert fucking...
fuck around.
John Witherspoon, like, young man, you don't even know.
She got
knocked out. Fuck
out, man. She got knocked out.
That was too easy.
Yeah. So that was good. I mean, there's not much to say about her. I don't know. But it's really a good segue into like the reckoning we're speaking about right now. So
that was a hard fist.
That happened after our pod, right? Or during the weekend of our pod?
After, I think.
Okay. No, I don't know. Maybe we forgot to talk about it. Did we forget to talk about it?
I don't think so. I think
can't
it happened
believe we would
afterwards.
do that. Anyway, that was a reckoning.
We get to talk about a lot of
you can
things.
go and introduce it if you like. People should know.
Yeah, man. I think so. Massachusetts, I believe, is
Say
where.
that again?
Massachusetts. Yeah. So there was. I guess he was like another captain of the yacht, right, or whatever that was coming in the cruise boat.
He was. I think he was a security guard on the dock.
So then, some whites decided they wanted to park their boat there because they were like, "Oh, that's a nice little opening." And then, as the cruise boat was about to come in, the security guard went to like move the boat. You know what I mean? He's like, he didn't get in it and turn it on. He just pushed this down. It's in the water. It's maneuverable. And you know, then the whites who belonged to the boat, they were like trying to, they didn't like that. You know, they're like, don't touch our boat. You know, and I imagine there was probably some racist terms thrown in because it just looked like those type of white people. And so, you know, security guard was not having that, right? And so like they were getting ready to throw down. I think he swung at him once or something like that.
Yeah, they got down there,
And then a bunch of white people rushed in so that they can also try to like beat the security guard's ass. But then a bunch of black people swarmed in.
But then
one of them was swimming.
One jumped from the cruise ship.
Yeah.
So I found the angle
That
of
was
him
the best
jumping
one, man.
from the cruise ship, swimming towards the dock. I was like, it said this is the angle I've been waiting for. But
was
what
not having
happened that day will be yet forever known as a reckoning, right? These white folks got the brakes beat off of them.
Yeah.
Like, did you see the guy who like they were confronting the two, and then one jumped in the water and swam to the another boat? He was like, that was a smart man right there. I'll be honest with you. I don't know if he took it. He might have deserved a couple punches. I don't know if he hit anybody before then, but he was smart enough to jump in that water and say, "I want no part of what's happening."
One of
here."
my mans, he had taken a couple of lessons out of this guy's book, and he grabbed a chair.
Yeah.
And he was like, ah!
So some of you may have been seeing all that chitter chatter about chairs and all that shit back. There's actually another video. Did you see the second video of another guy getting beat up with the
Yeah,
chair?
there's a few of those things are happening.
It's now a green light. Green light.
The copycat
Still
culture
love
really
you,
kind of ruins everything, you know? But that shit was, he was like,
Yo, he.
bang.
And then
It doesn't
then he
work
turned
the same
around.
way it does
Then he
with-
turned around and he saw that lady and he hit her for no. She was just sitting down getting her ass whooped, and he just went bam, and that's when they got him.
Yeah. So they arrested him.
But I ain't gonna lie, like I saw everybody was getting hit. I saw a whole bunch of people like getting hit, and this girl tried to come, and she swung on the dude, and he let her have it. Like I was like, what the fuck? They were just hitting
Yeah.
everybody. Everybody was getting knocked out.
I think that's also another time when it's acceptable to hit a girl.
It was-
if
it was-
you're in an all-out brawl and then like she just jumps out of nowhere trying to super kick you.
Yeah, there's no way to tell.
Yeah,
but
man,
like that's very. I don't believe we shouldn't be talking. That's not a good.
I mean, it's
way to
men
go
versus
about it.
women as well.
Yeah, I'd agree, but at the same time, that's a real time thought, not just preliminary. Predetermined.
Yeah, yeah.
So, but no, what they basically it was like the record skipped and it said, "We done fucked up now." Like literally, they were just there was nothing they can do, you know. A lot of people in that video weren't really able to throw a good punch. I'll be honest
Yeah,
with you.
it's true.
Had some of them really threw the punches that they could have, like in the position they were at, people would have been knocked out. I saw them beating people's asses and throwing them in the water. Did you see that? That
Yeah.
was very funny to me.
That's pretty funny.
They skipped over to that boat, and those guys were like, he just slapped the shit out of him. I was like, and then he tried to start taking off he was trying to take the railing off the boat. I was like, these guys are going to destroy these men.
That shit was a straight up melee. You know, that was like remember the game Fighting Force?
Yeah.
There's just people like coming out of nowhere and
You just
everybody
gotta
just fighting.
fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. That's what it was. Like, it basically was like, you go this way, I go this way. Remember in Rush Hour?
Yeah, that definitely turned into a white people versus black people thing pretty quickly too.
It did. And the white people quickly found out that they were going to get their ass whooped that day.
It was like a mini civil war that happened.
It was exactly what needed to happen that day, I think. Like that, there was no reason for them to do that to that man, and I would have jumped in too if there's no way I would have been like, if I was there and I was like, what the fuck are y'all doing? Like, you just beating him up because he's a security guard? But like, all right, somebody give me a chair because that's what was happening, and we going to work.
And then you cut to Tim Allen, and he's in there telling him exactly what happened and who did it.
Hell yeah, he hit her hit him, hit that with that.
Look, I got video.
6 months, right? I get 6 months. I'm tired of coming to jail.
That will forever be hilarious to me now that I know that.
Tim Allen's a snitch.
Yep, that's
Like a
I
damn-
just didn't see it coming.
What I look like, Daddy? Like a damn snitch.
I didn't see it coming. You said the jail thing. I was like, cool, I heard that before. And then you were like, because he snitched on everybody. I was like, damn, he broke the code.
He broke the code. I don't believe
Sammy the Bull on the stand. Jeez.
Yeah, man. He definitely sang like a canary, which we just figured out was the.
I think that's the actual like complete phrase, but I don't know what it means.
Sing
Are
like
canaries running
why
around
not
telling
sing
everybody
like-
what happened?
Yeah, right. Like sing like an opera singer. Could have been anything. My last thing I want to bring up before we end this pod is you need to go look it up. There is a
I always have to look something
Steven
up with you, man.
Seagal.
Where's the link?
There is a Steven Seagal reggae song, and I'm gonna let you hear it right now.
So Steven Seagal.
Made a reggae song with just listen.
With who?
Hold on, because this is funny.
Put it in the microphone.
Oh, I will. But first, you're gonna have to. What the hell? Where'd it go?
What the fuck?
Yeah, I
Did
believe
he
me.
do it with Chet Hanks?
When I saw it, I was like, "Well, this is interesting."
Is he with Chet Hanks? Don't tell me that Chet Hanks is not a feature.
Hold on. We're jamming. He said. Oh shit.
What the fuck? Oh Lord.
You heard the first line, right?
What was I?
You gotta listen to it one more time. We're gonna play it one more time because that first line is really funny. Hold on. Listen to his first line. Me want the punani.
Hetero man.
No, it's straight guys.
That's the spoof version, rip-off version.
Straight guys.
That's the politically
Me
correct
want the
version.
punani. That's what. Yo, the fact that he decided to put the song out and it. By the way, just guess the year.
Of when it came out?
Yes.
2019?
Oh no. You're way.
Oh, I thought it was like
No, it's not brand new.
2002.
04. He put it out the year after I graduated high school.
Damn, man, that would have been y'all prom song.
Me want the punani. The fact that he decided to put
That would be a great prom
he put the
song.
Jamaican accent on, and
I really thought that like him and Chet Hanks hooked up and just do a little.
Shaba Hanks. Yeah, so that's one of the funniest things I've learned in like at least 3 years.
Oh man, and there's endless hilarious things.
Yeah. So yeah, that I think maybe we might have to get that clip and put it on as a soundbite. Me want the punani. Yeah, that's just funny, bro.
That's really funny.
That's funny. But yeah, other than that, I got nothing. And
There was a little clip that I saved of something that I saw on The Simpsons, and make sure that my volume is up because this shit also made me laugh.
I don't think anything I've ever done is wrong.
That is gonna be a new drop on this at some point.
I like
because
that.
that shit is hilarious.
yeah, I
I don't think anything I've ever done is wrong.
you gotta start adding more drops. Be more creative.
Hey, listen, man. I still have to figure out how to sync like all these buttons to the computer. Realistically, they made a new one
Of this?
of this where you just arrow through and it changes the set.
Oh, that's nice.
It makes things a lot easier. You know,
Nice.
like what the fuck. But all right, are we done here?
We are done.
We give you enough. We kill this shit. 187. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in to Kasson Avenue, Not a Podcast, episode number 187. It has been a very entertaining episode, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's been pretty funny. Man.
Hopefully, you guys agree, and hopefully, this camera stops fucking with us and just like going green. No red light, green light here, man. I don't like that shit.
Red light, green light.
One day it'll just go all the way through. If anybody knows what like a high res SD card is like, send me a link and I'll put it in the comments because that's what it keeps saying is the problem. But anyway, man, thank y'all for tuning in. Hit subscribe, the like button, all them shits, and we'll catch y'all in 188.
Straight guy.
We'll still be doing great.